In 1975, Daniel Brinkley, a former Marine and Vietnam veteran, experienced a life-altering event when he was struck by lightning while talking on the phone. During a thunderstorm, the bolt of electricity sent him flying across the room, stopping his heart and leading to what he describes as his first near-death experience. And during this, Brinkley reported leaving his physical body and entering a realm of light. He encountered spiritual beings who communicated profound messages to him, including insights about his life's purpose and future events. This experience profoundly transformed his perspective on life and death. Brinkley later recounted his journey in the book Saved by the Light, where he detailed the visions and lessons he received during his end. His story has been widely discussed and has contributed to the broader conversation about near-death experiences and their impact on individuals' lives. In addition to his first end, Brinkley reportedly had two more near-death experiences during open-heart surgery in 1989 and brain surgery in 1997. Each experience reinforced his belief in the continuity of consciousness beyond physical death and deepened his commitment to sharing his insights with others. Brinkley's accounts have been featured in various media outlets, including interviews and documentaries, where he discusses the transformative power of near-death experiences and their potential to inspire positive change in individuals' lives. His story continues to intrigue and inspire those interested in the mysteries of life, death, and what may lie beyond.
Well, you don't range the size. It was bigger than me. I'm 6'4", 225 pounds, so I guess that'd be big. But as this being didn't have a face, I never looked at that. I was too immersed in the energy it was producing, and it was communicating with me almost in a telepathic sense. But when you think about a big stadium, a big auditorium, and in this auditorium it's a hot day and you're inside and all the lights are out, and someone opens the door and steps into it, you see their silhouette and the light floods in around them, and that's what you see. As this being came close to me, I have had what I believe to be the single most important aspect of the near-death experience, other than it happens: panoramic life review. Everyone will have this. There was nothing unusual about me except that I got back here. But here's what will happen. You will start feeling all the childlike emotions. Then you will literally have a panoramic life review.
Like a movie?
No.
It's not a movie?
No, it's interactive. You are there again. You are experiencing your own birth, every interaction with every person that you've ever had, every event, every point, every perspective, every event, and you're watching it from a third person. Now, I've often tried to figure out a way for people to think this. The only way that I, in my simple way, can say it is that you're going to judge yourself and watch these events from this point. And I'm not real religious yet, but I'm spiritual. People say, did you get religion? Nope. Did you get spiritual? A little bit. Well, what did you get? I got smart. You don't have to kill me but a couple of times and I'll figure it out. And so you will look at yourself from this point. If God couldn't show up today and God sent you in the events that you are about to watch, what difference did God make in the lives of the events that you're taking place? It's a heavy responsibility, but that's what we're doing here. If God couldn't show up today and you had to be the difference that God made in these situations of what you're about to see, what difference did God make? But not only that, I literally became every person that I have ever encountered. I got to feel the direct results of my interaction. I got to feel the pain, frustration, humiliation, anger, anxiety that I had inflicted on thousands of people, not just a few people. What a jerk. And I can promise you this, it wasn't a good day for God that day. Because if I was supposed to make a difference, I can understand why fear and hatred and animosity toward what we think of why me, God, why me. I can see how people feel like that if I was to represent it. After that, I went more into the near-death experience than most people. I'm like one of 9 people that Dr. Raymond Moody.
Yeah, Raymond Moody, of course, is the great narrator of many, many death experiences.
He is the grandfather of it.
Yeah. And he cites you as being the one who had the most descriptive descriptive experience that came back?
Of over 20,000 that he's done.
Most people that you hear about who have had the near-death experience have talked about the tunnel and the light at the end and meeting someone they knew or someone who was very loving. But you actually went and you met a whole group of people who then taught you things.
After I had the Panoramic Life Review, and I had to sit down and reflect what a complete jerk I was and what a failure I was as a spiritual being. We are not poor, pitiful, struggling humans trying to have mystical experiences. We are great and awesomely powerful and mighty spiritual beings trying to have human experiences, and we're just not real good at it yet, but we're attempting. That psychology must be in place. We must take that as the basis of how we look at ourselves so that we know how to open up. We can't keep looking at ourselves as struggling, stupid little humans. We can't, because it's just not, it's wearing too thin. It's not applicable. We are not that. And after this being came back to me, and I was safe. I was struggling with it. I don't have any problems telling anybody that when you face and see the opportunities that you have and the ability of what you're capable of doing, and as rotten and as lousy a job as I did, don't think that you don't have remorse. You know, a lot of times people ask me about hell and because of just the lifestyle and what I had, and I always tell people, you know, they didn't bring it up while I was over there, and I darn sure didn't bring it up. And so if anybody wants to know where hell is, I'm going to let them ask that question when they get there. If they didn't talk about it, I certainly wasn't going to talk about it. But I can promise if I didn't go, not many people listening to this show is going.
So there is no hell as far as you're concerned?
I don't believe it.
No. Well, it must have been pretty hellish to see your life, you know, in front of you like that and feel the remorse and sadness.
And the responsibility that we bear. Yeah. We are responsible for making this world a great place to live in. We are responsible for sharing our inner knowledge